Yesterday, we worked on the story Home for Star and Patches, and we worked on breaking those words apart and finding those things that we knew. All right, so today we're going to reread a little bit, and then before we start reading the rest. So I'm going to have you get started.
As they
What is that vowel sound? Is that okay? So good.
Trotted
There you go.
through the gateway. Claire said, "I wonder if Star will go over the jumps today. She just walked around them last week." "I'll take Patches over first," said Abby. "Star usually likes to follow her." Claire watched as Patches cleared all the jumps easily. Then she moved Star toward the first jump. As they reached it, Claire felt the little pony raised into the air. Star jumped over the poles and landed safely on her side. Claire was delighted.
Yes, they trotted through the gateway.
No.
So, I wonder if she will go over the jumps today. So what are they doing before they get to those jumps, do you think?
They're talking.
But what are the horses? They're riding the horses in there.
Galloping.
Or?
Trotted.
Oh, gallop.
Galloping.
Okay. Yeah. They're similar. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So let's look at this word right here.
Raise.
Look carefully.
Rise.
Okay. All right. We're going to read a couple more pages.
But as they approached the next jump, Star stopped and put her head down. At first, Claire felt upset. Then she smiled and said, "Star, you can be very annoying sometimes, but you're still my favorite pony." At that moment, the girls heard a loud voice saying, "That pony is too much to suborn." Subborn? Is that correct?
What is the word?
Subborn?
It's stubborn.
That's a hard one. Because the words don't make the correct sayings.
It does. You just have to get this. Do you know what stubborn means?
Yeah. I'm stubborn all the time. I don't want to get off my iPad.
Okay.
Like when I have to do my chores.
Okay.
Like every...
So it would be easier if you were thinking about what the pony was, okay? So reading is thinking, so we want to be thinking about what's going on and what might make sense.
Okay. I'm stubborn. Like...
Okay, we're going to get going.
Two strangers, a man and a woman, came riding across the paddock. Claire and Abby realized that they are the new owners. The woman frowned and said, "I think those ponies are getting too old to stay here." The man said they're finding a different finding it difficult to imagine a full day's of work. They're finding it difficult to manage a full day's of work. They're both having to go when we take over. I bet that's sad for them.
Mm-hmm. So you worked on this really hard, and you kept rereading to make it make sense. And were you thinking about what was going on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why I kept on rereading to try to get it.
And then you found that man.
Mm-hmm. And I
manage. Good. And you did the same thing with, you'd read it incorrectly. So as soon as you went back, finding it made sense.
Difficult.
So going back and checking on your work is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So saw will help you know other words because you know this chunk. And that's one of those vowel patterns that we're starting to learn, right? So by knowing saw and knowing how to break up our words.
Jawbone.
Excellent.
Yay.
Well, this is
Aw.
mhm.
Gawking.
Gawking. Do you know what that means?
No.
If you're staring at something and you're gawking out the window, you're looking out the window when Miss Carker's trying to teach you. You're gawking, not.
Listening.
Mm-hmm.
Follis.
Where would you break that word? Okay, so what is this?
That's less.
Okay, so what is this first?
Flaw.
Flaw. Do you know what flaw is? It's something that's not quite right. You can have a flaw in your material or
What's a material?
your cloth would be material.
Oh.
So it can be a flaw in something that's not quite right. So if we put flawless, what does that mean? Flawless. So if flaw means that you have a flaw, meaning that something's not right, what does flawless mean?
You don't have it.
You don't have any flaws. Okay? So we know that when we see AW, sometimes, remember we've talked about being flexible, that helps us.
Away!
But it's not going to work in this word. So we have to be flexible and try something else. Okay? And we might have to look for a bigger pattern. And we
Today, I forgot to ask my dad, but Leia's four-wheeler, the tire kind of broke.
Oh no.
So we were in a trail, and I want to
So you
write
went
about that.
four-wheeling yesterday?
Yep.
Well, let's think about what you wrote yesterday.
Yesterday, I drove Leia's four-wheeler. I stopped on the hill, and my dad came up beside me. He said, never stop on a hill.
So why, let's see if we can figure out why you shouldn't stop on the hill. What happened when you stopped on that hill?
I slammed my brakes because I get scared.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I feel like if I go up, my four-wheeler's going to go straight up.
Okay. So you stopped,
Mm-hmm.
and then what happened?
My dad came up behind me and said, never stop on a hill. And then what?
Were you able to get going and get up over the hill?
No, I let go of the brakes.
And then what happened when you let go of the brakes?
I started going backwards.
Okay, so why do you think Dad told you never to stop on the hill?
Because you could go backwards and hit something else, like if somebody was behind you.
Okay, so we had to think about, well, what happened? And why do you think Dad said that? So that's kind of like with reading. You have to think about, okay, so what happened and why did that happen? So sometimes we need to think about that when we're reading. Okay? Does that make sense?
And then Leia I let go of the brakes and didn't go all the way down.
Okay.
But
But now you know why Dad said that, right?